Hey guys, so I'm kind of back again, and so is Sage. Anyways though, I tried to make a video the other day, promise, not a lie actually. I literally was in the middle of recording it and then my iPod died, so I could no longer record. But I was recording like a get ready to go to Six Flags video, because I was heading to Six Flags and I wanted to get ready with you guys, so why not? But then it died, so I didn't, obviously, and now I'm just repeating myself. But that happened, and now I'm back to tell you a story that I was going to tell you guys anyways, so let's start the story. I recently, as of like, what was it, like, almost 5 days now, I got my wisdom teeth removed. I post pictures on my Instagram and my Snapchat, and I have a bunch of medical pills and stuff that I have to take, but I haven't really been taking them because I'm lazy. But, I mean, I think for the most part my mouth is pretty great. Like, I cleaned up all the blood in my mouth. I clean it like every day if I do taste any in my mouth, because on occasion I do just like sit around and like all of a sudden I'll be licking inside my mouth or whatever, and I'll taste blood and I'm like, this isn't good. So I'll go to the bathroom, I'll wash it out with some water, or just drink some water or whatever, swish it around, see if any blood comes out. Usually no blood comes out, but I did clean my mouth with gauze the other night, and it was like peanut butter and jelly that I had just eaten like in the holes in my mouth now. And I can't really seem to get a good picture of it because I can only open my mouth so wide right now, and also because it's just difficult to take a picture with your big ass phone inside of your mouth, because I don't know, that's too much. But yeah, I guess that wasn't the only reason why I haven't been doing this. It's also because I'm extremely lazy and I just forget. But I'm also in like a lot of situations right now. Like, I'm trying to pay a lot of people back and myself, and I'm trying to make sure that I can make rent every month, and things are just tough right now. And like, I'm not gonna promise you guys videos all the time, but you know, I'm gonna try to make videos. Probably not every week, because once a week obviously was too hard for me, and I don't want to make a promise that I can't keep. But I am saying sorry because I totally dipped on everybody. But this is just my story right now for the other half of the video, which was my wisdom teeth getting done. So if you do plan on getting your wisdom teeth taken out sometime in the future or something, I guess continue watching and I'll let you know how my experience was, because it's not like everybody else's, but this was how mine was. So when I went to the dentist, it was like 10:30 in the morning, and when I went, I had taken the day off work already. I had already planned everything out, and then they told me that it was just the consultation. That really pissed me off, because I had already rearranged my schedule and everything so that I wouldn't have to go to work. I wouldn't have to worry about getting in trouble or anything. Like, I was like, I'm going to get a doctor's note, I'll be fine. And then they sat there and were like, well, we're not pulling your teeth out today, it's just the procedure, we just want to tell you what's going to actually happen. And I was like, really? I just took a day off from work. What can I actually do to get my wisdom teeth taken out today? So I talked to them and I was like, hey, like, I want to get them out today. Like, I sat here, I planned everything already, I already took the day off from work, this is bullshit. Like, I came in to get my teeth taken out, what can I do to actually get them taken out? And they were like, well, it is 10:30, have you eaten it all today? And I was like, no, I haven't eaten since last night, all I ate was like one sandwich. And they were like, but you haven't eaten it today at all? And I was like, nope. And they were like, okay, just don't eat for the next 6 hours, come back at 4:30, and if you want, we can pull them out then. And I was like, cool. So I went home for a couple hours, hung out with my friend, cleaned up the house a whole lot because it was just dirty in general, and then I went back with my dad, and they pulled out my teeth. I guess hopefully your dentist is better at telling you what's actually going to damage your appointment than mine was, because that really agitated me. And it was a different dentist this time than it was last time, so maybe I'll just blame the last dentist who I usually go see. But the new one was really nice to me. He was really cool, made me feel calm and whatnot. Like, the whole time I was in there, like, when they started pumping me with the IV and whatnot, like, not like literally pumping, that's just creepy. But, when they, like, started, putting the anesthesia in me and whatnot, and I started knocking out, like I felt fine. I was just like laughing the whole time. They made me feel really comfortable. I didn't feel like I was going to die or anything, which is good because you never want your dentist or doctor to make you feel like you're going to die. Because Chaz told me one time that Chaz is half deaf, which you guys probably don't know. Like, he's not, like, completely deaf, but, like, in one of his ears he's half deaf. Like, he can kind of hear out of it, but not really. And, like, there's a long story that they talked about where, like, when he was younger, he went to the doctors and they told him that he had pneumonia and that he was going to die in, like, a couple days, and it was, like, a 50-50 chance if he woke up the next morning. And then when he went back, they were like, oh, he just can't hear out of his ear and he has a little bit of a fever. That was it. So, needless to say, the doctor who told him all that scary shit got fired because his mom was like, you either fire him or I sue the whole hospital. I will sue everybody in here because you told me that my child was going to die, and that was a big fat lie. I don't like him and his work ethic, you better get him fired. So they did, and that really sucks because, you know, that's a doctor, and that's a lot of money, and now I hope he isn't, like, homeless. But, yeah, I went in, they started talking to me before everything, and they were like, hey, just, like, the doctor was like, do you have any questions at all? Because the entire time, anyways, so when I went in, they were like, the dentist was like, do you have any questions at all? And by that time, it was like, I hadn't eaten for 6 hours, I was extremely hungry, and I was like, okay, all I want to know is when I can eat solid food. Because everybody's telling me that all I can eat is, like, applesauce and stuff, and right now I'm craving Sonic. And he was like, well, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what he told me. He was like, you can eat a burger as soon as you get out of here. He was like, your mouth should be fine enough to eat a burger. The only reason why people eat mushy food is because... Why is my camera doing this to me? Do you guys see it? This bullshit. Okay, I think I fixed it, but he was like, after the procedure, you can go eat a burger if you feel like you can. He was like, your mouth is going to be sore in the back, but, I mean, your teeth are fine. He was just like, look, like, if you feel like you can eat a burger, then eat a burger. He was like, all you need to know is that most people like to eat ice cream and applesauce and pudding and stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I don't want to eat that. I mean, like, I will, but can I eat a burger? And he was like, as soon as you feel like you can eat a burger, eat a burger. Okay, I was like, fine, thanks. And went in, he started putting the anesthesia in me. The lady, the nurse or whatever, she put the oxygen thing in my nose, which I didn't know that they did. Obviously, because I'm going unconscious. Probably want to breathe. That'd be helpful. Which, yeah, they did. So I went into under anesthesia, and it was so quick. Like, they just hooked me up. I was sitting there, and I was gonna ask, like, right when I was about to be like, hey, are you guys doing the anesthesia or not? I started feeling it, and, like, everything in the room started rolling. Like, the ceiling itself was, like, literally, like, shifting, and I was like, okay, it's happening. I'm not gonna ask that. So I then knocked out. About like 20, 45, something like that minutes later, I woke up, and all I remember was trying to get into the car. The nurses and the dentist and whatnot, they were trying to help me through the back to get into the car, and like as soon as I stood up, I was like, get away from me. I can do this. Which I totally couldn't, because when I got into the car, I like fell in. I didn't even like situate myself and like fit, like you know, like how you like usually sit in a car. Like, I didn't do that. I like fell into the car as if I was like drunk. So that was really funny, and my dad was like, really? Are you sure? Did you just want the dentist to help you? No? Okay. So I got in the car. Right after, I was like, he said I could eat whatever I want. I'm hungry. Let's go to Sonic. My dad took me to Sonic, got me a large chili cheese fries, and a burger. And a large slushie, which was a lot for me. And I ate all the food and whatnot, and when I got home, I fell asleep twice. Like, I woke up, I came inside, went upstairs, went into bed, knocked the fuck out. Then the second time I woke up for like a little bit, went to the bathroom, laid back down, and my mouth was kind of bleeding and hurting, so put more gauze, switched it out, and then went back to sleep. Third time technically like the second time when I actually woke up, I was in a whole lot of pain, and I guess this is why they tell you to like eat ice creams and puddings and applesauce and whatnot, because with me, I ate a burger right after, which was like the worst decision of my life. Hold on, give me 1 second. I went to go get the burger and whatnot. I didn't realize, but after the procedure was done and everything, I was still really, like, numb from all the anesthesia that I couldn't feel my, like, lips and my tongue and my face, basically, and when I was eating that burger, I bit the crap out of my tongue. I don't have pictures, which I should have taken, but I was in so much pain, like, all right there, my tongue was completely purple, like a dark purple, like, you know, like when you bruise your arm and it's purple, it was that purple on my tongue, which was ridiculous, and I was like, dang, how am I still alive? That's why I was crying so much that night. And I also think the other thing was because my dad put in my medications or whatever, and I didn't get them until the next day because the pharmacy had already closed, and out here in Texas, we have HEB, and their pharmacies aren't completely 24 hours. But I don't know what pharmacy is. But yeah. I totally, like, messed up my mouth. If the don't even ask the doctor if you can eat food. If you're really hungry afterwards, just chug a bottle of applesauce. Save yourself the drama, because I messed up my mouth completely. Like, it wasn't even, like, the soreness of my teeth or anything. I barely could feel that. I'm really good with blood. Some people, like, a lot of people aren't. But I personally am, like, my cat cut me in, like, several different spots, like, right there. A lot of these are, like, healing now, but right there, and, like, on my arm and whatnot. But he totally, like, messed up my hand. I was bleeding and I didn't even realize it. Like, I realized it, but I didn't really feel it. Like, I was just like, I don't care, like, I need to keep on cleaning. And then I was like, oh, I'm dripping everywhere. Maybe I should go wash off my arm. So I did. But that's kind of what happened. If you do plan on getting your wisdom teeth removed, make sure they put you under, because I do have a friend who told me they didn't put him under, and he doesn't want to get any of his other wisdom teeth removed now because he had to be awake for it. And they x-rayed him, and he said that they didn't realize how big the tooth was, so when they were in the middle of it, the tooth was still, like, halfway out. They had to do another x-ray to see how big it was. It was just a lot of complications. He was in a lot of pain the whole time. Just try and get out as many as you possibly can at once, because mine, personally, is coming out to, like, a lot more than we expected. And all my dad could afford right now was the bottom two, which is totally fine. Like, I don't mind. I just wanted to get a set. That was disgusting. I'm so sorry. But when you do get them out, just try and get, like, at least two, if anything. Don't get just one, because then you have to go back and get the other three. That's 4 times. When you can just get 2 all at once, and then go back 1 more time. Or just try and get out all 4. Because that's what I was planning on doing. I was planning on getting out my 2 tops and my 2 bottoms. But all my dad could afford right now was the bottom ones, which were the most expensive. And I was like, that's fine. I don't mind. I'd rather just get something out. And so we did, and yeah, here I am. It's been like 5 or 6 days. It says in the paper that they gave me that the 2nd day of post-op and the 3rd day is like when your face gets the most swollen. So those days, just make sure you rest your face in ice, because my face, literally, like, you see how, like, my face is kind of like, it kind of like goes at an angle and then goes down? My face was like a total square, like, that's literally how my face looked all the time, with my mouth like this, obviously, but, like, it was fat. You could tell that I was swollen. It was a really weird 2nd day. I hadn't been icing my mouth, but I feel like I healed incredibly fast for somebody who went through this, because I know a lot of people get dry sockets or get in a lot of pain through all this, and I personally feel like I went through it like a breeze. Like, I haven't been taking my medications, which I really should. Like, I take them at least once a day, even though I'm supposed to take one of them, like, every 8 hours, one every 6 hours, and the other one every, like, 3 times a day. But I really only take them, like, maybe once a day or twice a day. And I feel fine. One of them I need to take a lot, though. If they do prescribe you amoxicillin, please take it. It is antibacterial. It makes sure that your mouth doesn't get infections, which I should be taking right now. Probably going to take one in a little bit, because my mouth, I think that's why it keeps on bleeding. I think if I just take those, then it'll stop the bleeding, which would be good. But yeah, don't be afraid to get your wisdom teeth removed. If you do get them removed, try and get out as many as you possibly can. If you can't afford 4, try and get 2. If you can't get 2, it's okay with getting 1. I don't blame you. Just remember, you gotta go back 3 more times to get those bad boys removed. Or you could just split it up into 2, or just get them all at once. I personally am doing 2 because I just want to get them out as fast as possible, and I deal well with pain, so I was like, I'm just getting it done. And 3, when the doctor tells you, or like, just don't even ask if you can eat a burger or anything, because I messed up my mouth, and I totally got, like, the worst bruise on my tongue ever. It was very uncomfortable. I was crying and shaking in pain as Chaz held me, and it was just really bad, and I hated it. So, teeth are your friends. Treat them like your friends, you know? But, yeah, those are my 3 tips. Just, I guess if you guys want to hear more stories, let me know. This has been your tall tale of the week, which was historically correct, and no lies have been brought up in here. But, yeah, I hope you guys have the rest of a good day. If you're watching this during the day, if it's nighttime, have a good evening, go out, have some fun, go to Whataburger. If you can't do that, order some pizza. If you can't do that, make some cereal in your house, because everybody should have cereal. And don't tell me that you don't, because if you don't, drink some water and watch some Netflix. And if you don't have Netflix, watch my video on YouTube. Watch all my videos. Just be happy. Alright, I love you guys, and I will see you maybe tomorrow. I'm going to work till 6:30. Maybe I'll make another video. Who knows? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. I put all of my links to like my Snapchat, my Instagram, Tumblr, all that stuff will be in the info box below. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.